The rain hammered the cafe window like it was trying to drown us both, but Elena's words cut deep. I can't do it next month, Alex. I just need more time. Her coffee steamed untouched between us, the foam collapsing into a sad swirl. We'd been here before, 6 months ago, same booth, same storm outside, but this time her eyes wouldn't meet mine. They darted to her phone, buzzing silently on the table. I gripped my mug so hard the handle bit into my palm. More time for what? I asked, voice steady as a lie. She sighed, that soft, rehearsed exhale she'd perfected. To be sure. About us. About everything. Sure. The word landed like a slap. We'd been together 7 years, engaged for 2. I'd sold my vintage guitar collection to fund the ring. And now? Sure. I drove home in silence, wipers slapping rhythm like a metronome to my unraveling thoughts. The apartment smelled of her lavender candles, flickering on the mantel next to our save the dates. Mocking ghosts now. I texted her, take as long as you need. No emojis, no hearts. Just truth, raw and jagged. She replied instantly. Thank you. I love you. Love. It used to feel like sunlight on my skin. Now it burned like acid. I poured a whiskey, neat, and sank into the couch, staring at the wall where our wedding photo mock-up hung crooked. Denial crept in first, warm and familiar. She's stressed, that's all. The job, the move. But suspicion whispered from the shadows. Why the phone? Why now? Days blurred into a haze of forced normalcy. I'd wake to her side of the bed empty, the sheets cool as regret. She'd leave notes, gym run, back by 8, scrawled in her looping script, always with a kiss mark in red lipstick. I started noticing the little things, the way her laugh echoed a beat too late when I joked about eloping to Vegas. We couldn't, she'd say, eyes crinkling, but her fingers twisted the hem of her blouse. One night, after a dinner where she picked at her salmon like it offended her, she excused herself to the bathroom. Her phone lit up on the counter. Miss you tonight. Can't wait for Friday. No name, just a heart emoji. My stomach twisted. I didn't touch it. Trust, right? But the seed was planted, watered by every unanswered question. By week 2, anger simmered low, a coal in my gut. I threw myself into work, coding late at the office, lines of Python blurring into accusations. If she loved me, why the hesitation? Colleagues noticed. You look like hell, man, Jake said over lukewarm pizza in the break room. Wedding jitters? I forced a grin. Something like that. But alone in my cubicle, doubt gnawed. I scrolled her Instagram. Not stalking, just checking. Her stories. Yoga poses at dawn. Captions about finding peace. One tagged a new cafe downtown, the kind with fairy lights and overpriced lattes. The date? Last Tuesday, when she'd said she had a late meeting. Coincidence? My heart thudded, a traitor pounding out Morse code, LIR. That Friday, I couldn't shake the text. Miss you tonight. I paced our living room, floorboards creaking under my weight like old bones protesting. She came home late, hair damp from a sudden shower, cheeks flushed. Rough day, I asked, casual as a loaded gun. She nodded, kicking off her heels. You have no idea. We made love that night, slow, desperate, her nails digging into my back like anchors. But in the afterglow, as she slept curled against me, I slipped from bed. Her phone charged on the nightstand, screen dark. My thumb hovered. Don't. But trust? It was already cracking, fissures spiderwebbing through the foundation we'd built. The password was our anniversary, 0815. Pathetic how easy it was. Messages flooded in, a torrent from him. No profile pic, just a silhouette against the sunset. God, last night was everything. Sent Wednesday. Friday can't come soon enough. Wear that red dress? My vision tunneled. Photos, her in that dress, laughing in a bar I didn't recognize, his arms slung low on her waist. Not possessive, familiar. Intimate. I scrolled back, months unraveling like thread from seam. Hotel receipts forwarded as jokes. Remember room 407? Wild. Heartbreak hit then, a tidal wave crashing over denial's flimsy dam. I retched into the sink while burning my throat. Not her. Not us. Morning light sliced through the blinds like judgment. Elena stirred, stretching with a yawn that shattered me. Coffee, she murmured, oblivious. I nodded, throat too tight for words, and watched her pad to the kitchen in my t-shirt. Our t-shirt. Over breakfast, I probed gently. Who's M? Her spoon clattered against the bowl. What? Line number 1. The wide eyes, feigned confusion. Your phone. Last night. She laughed, brittle as autumn leaves. Oh, that's Mia from work. You know, the one with the cat memes. Mia. Plausible. But her foot tapped under the table, a staccato betrayal. I let it slide, sipping my mug black as the void in my chest. Suspicion had bloomed into certainty, thorny and unyielding. The weekend dragged, each hour a minefield. We walked the park, her hand in mine, feeling foreign, like borrowing someone else's skin. She chattered about venues, maybe spring? More flowers, and I nodded, the actor in the farce. But inside, anger roared, a beast clawing for release. How long? I wanted to scream. How many lies to postpone what you never wanted? Instead, I pulled away subtly, a missed call here, a late night there. She noticed. You're distant, she said Sunday evening, curled on the couch with wine. Her vulnerability cracked me open, those hazel eyes, pleading. I'm scared, Alex, of messing this up. Tears welled, real ones. Complex, my Elena. Not a monster, just a woman unraveling her own threads, chasing thrills to fill the quiet fears she never voiced. I held her then, whispering, we'll figure it out. But the embrace was goodbye. Monday I called in sick, sat at my desk with her laptop, borrowed under pretense of helping with a resume. Emails unopened in her inbox. Confirmations from a travel site. Paris, 2 tickets, dated for our honeymoon week. But the second name? Marcus. M, a profile pic loaded. Him, mid-30s, easy smile, the kind that disarms. LinkedIn showed venture capitalist, her firm's client. Subtle clues I'd missed. The late meetings, the new perfume faint on her collars. Suspense coiled tight as I dug deeper. Deleted texts recovered via forgotten cloud sync. I love you, but Alex, he's safe. You're fire. Her words to him. Fire. I'd been the hearth, steady and warm, while he sparked the blaze. Confrontation brewed that evening. She breezed in, humming, takeout bag swinging. Ty, your favorite. I waited until plates were cleared, the air thick with lemongrass and unspoken ruin. Paris, I said flatly, sliding a printout across the table. The itinerary, damning in black ink. Her face drained of color, fork trembling midair. Alex, I don't. Anger erupted, hot and unfiltered. How long, Elena? Since the first postponement? Or before? She crumpled, sobs racking her frame. It was a mistake. He gets me, the chaos, the dreams I buried for us. Us. The word twisted like a knife. Her motivations spilled. Fear of settling, of losing herself in vows and mortgages. Understandable in the wreckage, human, painfully so. But betrayal? It hollowed me, trust collapsing like a house of cards in a gale. I stood, keys in hand, the door a threshold to oblivion. Take the time you need. I echoed my text, voice hollow. But not with me. Go find your fire. She reached for me, mascara-streaked plea. Please, we can fix, no. The slam echoed, final as a heartbeat's end. Outside, rain fell again, washing the salt from my face. Heartbreak lingered, a scar etching deep, but in the downpour, clarity bloomed. I'd been half of a whole she never wanted. As I walked into the night, phone buzzing with her texts. I'm sorry, come back. I deleted them one by one. Closure wasn't forgiveness, it was freedom. And in that shattering, I glimpsed reflection. Love isn't safety alone, but 2 souls choosing the flame together. She'd chosen wrong. Now, so would I. Never again.